Meanwhile, the National Sea Rescue Institute has warned that the peak of the full moon spring high tide is expected between around 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. this afternoon. It's of grave concern for the South African coastal areas. Now, NSRI Communications Officer Craig Lambinon joins us via video link to chat further. Craig, good afternoon, and thank you for your time with us here on the SABC.
Liesl, good afternoon. Thank you very much for having us.
For those who've just tuned in, perhaps you could just explain the phenomena occurring and talk to us about the warning alert issued against these tides expected this afternoon.
Yeah, so it's now the peak of the full moon spring tide, and that's this afternoon. Depending which part of the coast you're on, will depend the time that the peak of the high tide hits, but it's between 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. this afternoon. And then for the rest of the afternoon, as the high tide recedes to the low tide, we can expect stronger than normal rip currents. And that's the concern because our beaches are full at the moment. There's a lot of people out there cooling off, hot weather around most of the coastline today. And the concern is that people are going to get caught in rip currents and get swept out to sea. We continue to appeal to the public to swim at beaches that are protected by lifeguards and in their safer demarcated swimming zones that they post using their red and yellow flags.
Craig, thank you for that. Given that it is an urgent safety alert, how long is this phenomenon also expected to last?
So the full moon spring tide will last for the next few days. So we have 2 high tides and 2 low tides each day. That means a higher than normal high tide and a lower than normal low tide that's going to persist into the new week, probably Wednesday or Thursday. But the real concern is this afternoon because there's so many people on the beaches. But at any time of the month, anywhere around the coastline and even on inland waters, we're appealing to the public to have a safety conscious mindset in and around water.
Are there any incidences on record to report as we're speaking?
Yeah, so sadly an incident yesterday at Jabula Beach at St. Lucia. There is still a 17-year-old teenager, a male, who is missing there. Police divers are continuing a search operation for that missing teenager. Also yesterday at Milnerton Lagoon Beach, where lifeguards intervened when a bystander rescued a person from the water. That person was transported to hospital by ER24 ambulance services. And then this incident at Herald's Bay this past week, where a father and his daughter were rescued with the assistance of a pink rescue boy, has again highlighted everybody to have this safety conscious mindset around water, all waterways, even your swimming pool at home, that should have a cloak of safety around it. And it's a call to action for all of us to keep each other safe.
Well, speaking of safety, in other parts or many parts of the country, we're experiencing heat waves. At this point, what safety alerts should people also be looking out for whilst coping with these temperatures? Let me also add animals and pets into this.
Yeah, so always stay hydrated, wear a hat, seek shade, and then it's not only coastal waters that we put out our alerts for, it's also rivers, lakes and dams, your swimming pool at home, anywhere. We've even had cases where people have been hanging there, washing up on the line, and a baby has fallen into a bucket of water. It's any waterway. Have a safety conscious mindset. We understand people are using water to cool off, but children especially, parents must ensure that their children have responsible adult supervision around water.
And then, Craig, because we are entering the festive season as well, in some parts of the country there are summer rains that will, also be expected rather soon. We know that this is a time for many people to go to the beach. Perhaps you could speak to your state of readiness in response to emergency situations and really what people should be doing, in terms of safety and what tips are available from your end as we enter this peak season as well.
Yeah, thank you very much. Also, with the heavy rainfalls and thunderstorms that are being experienced inland, don't try to cross over roadways that are flooded. Don't cross over bridges that are hampered by flood waters. Don't venture too deep into any waterway to stay safe. It's obviously everybody is now holiday season. We're expecting a lot of people to be using waterways for entertainment purposes, have that safety conscious mindset, swim at beaches that are protected by lifeguards, but also parents to ensure that children have responsible adult supervision around water. It is really a time for a call to action for any activity that you're going to take part in over the summer season, over the holiday season, is stay safe.
Craig, thank you for your time with us here on the SABC and Forum. Joining us at this hour, RIP current warnings due to that full moon spring high tide. We're just getting alerts from NSRI.